Buddies, how's it?
I'm not.
How's it been?
It's been good.
Fit bro, can you keep town? Take me to keep town.
Quite. Couldn't have quite and then it's fine.
Bro. You get chocolate discount.
Discount? No. Already the price that you see there.
Yeah, it's very fair.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about travel buddies. The prices are very fair. Because the first time I got the postal, and I think it was sometime last year. Here in Cape Town 3.5. Was it 3.5?
No, it was 3.1. Our first trip to Cape Town it was 3.1.
That was last year.
Yeah, it was not last year. It was the year before last.
Last year, how much was it?
Last year was 4.5.
Could have won here 3.1, and then I was like, oh, 3.1 Cape Town, 4 nights. It was 4 nights.
Yeah, it was 4 nights.
I was like, yo, how come? But then, aren't you worried already? Once you put such a price, people will be like, this is too.
I honestly feel like I'm not, because I have this other tendency of not focusing on negative people. If you believe in the movement, then yeah, you can join us at Avaya. But then if not, if you're doubtful, if you're negative, you can stay behind.
It's true. And then with the crazy things that happen at trips. Obviously, there's crazy things. Everybody's young. Majita, girls. There's new people that you meet there. I'm sure at the trip, not the group that you go with, man. Obviously, there's other people. Where let's go Cape Town and then you go waterfront or whichever place you go up, and then you might find someone there who are moving. I'm here for a good time. Does that ever happen?
No. Like that it doesn't happen from my side. But then from side Yaore, side Yaore what they have paid, they can feel free to do that because it's their trip.
Yeah, and they're there to have fun.
Yeah, they're there to have fun, but then on me, nah.
Don't you get to a point where guys, this is too much. Let's not.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that because adults can't control their sexual frustrations.
I never said anything about sexuality. Why are you bringing that up? But yeah, you can't control that. If someone
yeah, it's on there.
Yeah, it's on them. And then I saw this other one that I think you guys went to Kruger National Park. I don't know if it was for a day, where you guys booked out a whole house that side. Or it
was in Mpumalanga that time around. It was in Mpumalanga.
How was the vibe there? Because
the vibe was fantastic. I won't lie. Like every trip that we go to, the vibes are always on point. So once you're with us, you'll never regret.
Because Alona right now, I feel like I don't know if you also see it. I feel like you are past the thing where you're building a company. I think now it's more or less like Travel Buddies is becoming a brand. If you see it like that.
Yeah, it is. It is like that.
So what type of brand is it then, if it's like that? Is it a lifestyle brand? Is it just a brand that does traveling?
I feel like it's a brand that involves like a lot of things. Like I can't classify it's one type of a specific brand, like a traveling brand or a lifestyle brand. Like it involves like a lot of things inside it.
Things like what?
Things like lifestyle, for instance. And then what other thing? I can't think of any right now. But then Travel Buddies involves like a lot of things. It's no longer about traveling.
It's more or less like even an experience.
Yeah.
Even when you guys went to Gold Reef City earlier, was it really earlier this year?
Yeah, it was last year.
Oh, it was last year. No, this year you guys went to, what's that? Farmers Market.
Yeah, this year we went to Farmers Market.
Was it 7 May?
Yeah, 7 May.
That was on my birthday, man.
You were supposed to be with us on
then we all die. I was like, usually on my birthday, I just like being chilled. Because I even went over my birthday, just be chill, be around family, and just forget about a lot of things.
Family vibes.
Yeah. So I want to know, when are we going to Miami?
It's Miami right now. I feel like it's going to be a bit expensive. And then from my side of view, let the money come first. In Miami, it's expensive.
People want to go the way.
Nah. I honestly feel like the trips that we take out like other trips that we as individuals, we like the Travel Buddies team, we can afford like going to, because we're viewing like everything like from a perspective, you're someone who's young, like youth. Imagine right now if you take out a trip to Miami and then we say that 35,000, surely you go see a motor. No, we can't even afford to go here.
Oh, so when you do the trip, you also pay for yourself.
Yep, you have to do that.
So, not put it in my head. I'm like, when you do a trip, for example, there's some sort of a profit from each person, and then you take the profit, and then you also like sponsor yourself with whatever. It's not like that.
No, it's not like that. I feel like I don't like saying that Travel Buddy is small. It's big, but then it got into a stage whereby like we just have to invest a little bit into the company so that the company can grow more. Imagine if we go to trips and then like a sponsor just like that Gadi funds Jora, like we getting
Yeah. Or you reinvesting.
You must reinvest and then let your first grow first. And then like go and then like you have reached a certain point more on your coupon, and then that's the time whereby you're gonna be like, nah, actually no more taking out coins from my pocket. So the company has a lot of coins, so let me just. But then as for right now, we're taking coins outside our pocket so that we can also be part of the trips.
How many are you in the team?
We are 3.
3. I'm assuming it's you, Gift, and Loko.
Yeah, and Klipa.
So just the 3 of you guys.
Yeah, it's only the 3 of us.
How do you guys delegate everything?
We all have different personalities and different abilities. So if you are in the team, we'll say that we'll view you like as your friend, and then I want to look at your abilities and then the things that you lack in, and then we give you responsibilities towards
your abilities.
Yeah, towards your ability.
What's your ability? What's your ability? What's your ability? Because sometimes I feel like sometimes when, let me not say when you're the main guy or anything, there comes to a point where you want to give yourself one of the like responsibilities that sometimes you cannot like road for, despite being in Travel Buddies or anything, like it's a general thing,
Yeah.
where people, it's my idea, it's whatever, it's I want to do 1, 2, 3. Sometimes you can't do it to a point where you thought you want to do it, and then now even your consistency in your effort, jumping shit, like we can see what I know. He's like in somewhere. That's when other people step in. No, let me help you with this. Let me help you with this. Let me help you with that. So now, how did you manage to like say, okay, Sharp, here my friends, this is Gift, this is Klipa, this is me. How can we all give out like the best service out there for like Travel Buddies?
Oh, let me start off by answering like the question, what are my abilities? I feel like I'm a visionary. Like I'm perfect on seeing ground work.
Okay.
And one thing about me, like I can spot a good dough like from a mile away.
Right.
So even I can connect more like with people from the ground. So that's one of my best abilities. And then Konji, what was the question? Your last question?
How do you then like make sure that the whole team works properly, depending on like, for example, you guys are 3. It's you, it's Klipa, it's Gift. How do you then like make sure everybody works to like the maximum capacity?
Oh, I honestly feel like all the three of us, like there's a lot of discipline that we have around us. So like I know for sure if we give out the responsibility to Loholo, or if Majida they give out the responsibility to I, like I'm gonna do it like to my fullest. So that's why honestly I feel like I'm blessed to have like such niggas, such dudes like around me. Like there's no need for you if I feel a responsibility and they're like what and be like do that, do this. They know what if we have a job to do, we must do it, and then we must give it like our fullest.
I know that's good, man, because when I'm working as a team, that's one of the Because working alone here, you can just do 1, 2, 3. But when you have a team around you, you can like make sure you can even penetrate new spaces and new industries, actually new fields where you never thought that you could even tap into the one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very, very crucial in the team. I will ask you something that might be a little bit personal because the streets are talking. Streets ask me, it's about Bravo, Bishop, I know Bravo. I don't know you to that extent to I know your personal life. But the people, girls actually, girls are like, it's about Bravo, Bravo, Julalama, Bravo, like, who is Bravo dating? Is there Mrs.?
Yeah, to be honest, there is.
Is it Mrs.?
Yeah, there is.
You don't want to like disclose too much about her or anything?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that part of my life being exposed. I don't like that part of my life being out there. So like I'm a very private person when it comes to that.
No, social media, I'm going to post on your Instagram. Why not?
Next. I feel like already I'm giving in a lot on social media. So
Even if
you might
you just post it like this,
that's a lot. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go that far.
You feel like we're going to see, no, it's all like it's all out or something.
I wouldn't go that far. No. There's a lot of eyes that are watching. So hey, it's better if that part remains private. But then if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
No, that's good, man. That's good. In terms of managing the whole travel buddies, how stressful is it? Especially when you guys are at a trip, how stressful is it? Like making sure, for example, what if? Because now I know once I climb on a plane, I go to Cape Town. Whether I gave you 5K or 10K, I'm going to do my own thing.
Sure.
If let's say accommodation, we're sleeping here and then I see some people wherever and I want to go sleep, maybe like get a town or whatever, I'm like, hey, now when it's time to leave Cape Town, how do you then manage someone, that type of personality or that type of character?
It's on him or her. Like hence I have said, like regards to limit and say that don't do that, do this. Now like when we check out like a trip to Cape Town, like there's a certain like itinerary that we have to follow. So but then if you feel like you have to move out of the itinerary, it's on you. There's a contract on that says that if like we ain't gonna be liable.
So is there like insurance and everything?
Yeah. Well, we have traveling insurances.
So that's good. But still, like, we all left the same place, we all left Turf, we all left Polokwane. You know me, it's not like I'm a stranger. It's not like I just give you the money, you don't even know me, what age you don't.
Yeah, it's like that, but then we're following like a certain route. And then like if I follow that certain route, and then when you feel like you have seen someone go building here, like Skinny Paul Truzo wants to give you a kiss, you can go there, but then once you go there, it's not on us.
Yeah. No, Mario, man. I feel like working with people is
Yeah, working with people is something else.
People is because they have different emotions, different beliefs.
Yeah, different personalities.
So all of them, all of them like the same things. I might get to Cape Town, and then you guys say, well, today we're going to suit and black suit and tie, whatever type of thing. And then all of a sudden, I saw one of my crushes also in Cape Town on Instagram, like a DM, she DMs me back, and then got off it, call me when it's time to leave. So it's crazy, man, it's crazy. But I like what you're doing, man. I like what you're doing. It's a good thing that the young people actually like building platforms or building companies that will later on, because I don't think that this is a 1 minute or seasonal thing. It can go on for like 10, 15, 20 years, even 30 years. You might even be of money in the industry, be one of the biggest people. For example, I don't know if you're familiar with this company, a traveling agency called Travel Plug.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. You might even be bigger than them in the next 3, 4, 5 years, depending on how much you push.
Yep.
And then I have a word for you. I have a few words for you. I want you to give me like something about them. I'm just going to call them out. First word is consistency. What do you have to say about consistency?
There's a saying that I like saying, that I got it like from Jay-Z. This is that constant elevation causes expansion. So like I like saying that to myself, or like the more I'm consistent, the more I'm going like to expand in this game thing, like this business thing.
Oh, that's true. The other one is groundwork.
Don't take that for granted. Groundwork. I for one, I feel like groundwork has changed my life because there are some factors that I see. I really pushed, and like for I to be pushing like that, like it really contributed like to a lot of things that I'm doing right now. Because the ground, the ground, it's important, Maji. They're like connecting to people, like being able to see what that's why hence I'm saying don't take groundwork for granted.
Would you say groundwork and social media is the same thing, or it's two different things?
It's the same thing.
Oh.
It's the same thing. Groundwork, like it's all about keeping your eyes on the ground and looking like who does what and then who doesn't do what and then who likes what, who doesn't like what, and then same as Instagram. On Instagram, like you're also watching and then so on. So it's quite the same thing.
Because I feel like with groundwork and social media, for me, I feel like it's two different things. Social media, for example, I can have, let me say I have 100,000 followers on Instagram, or let me just on all my social media platforms, and then all of a sudden I'm introvert, I'm always indoors. Because you can't do groundwork if you're always indoors.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And then some people have a big following, but then they don't know how to use a following to the maximum capacity. You understand? For example, like I said, I can have 100k followers and then I'm always indoors. Or I can know, the whole of Turf can know me.
Yeah.
And then I only have like 300 followers on Instagram.
That goes with being ground smart. Like you can, let me put two different people. Like I am Bravo, and then there's a heart next to me. Bravo has 5k followers, and then there's a heart next to me. She has 10k followers. The heart has big bums, has a pretty face, and then there's me with 5k followers. And then if you give me your phone and say that Bravo sell this phone, ka 1 rand, you find that I can sell this phone like way faster. But then the next person next to me, she has 10k followers. She can't even sell a SIM card. So that's why I'm saying, for you, like you just have to be ground smart. Like don't just be caught up in the moment and everything that you're getting out of there.
Yeah, even monetizing your social media platforms.
Yeah, you have to check.
No, that's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy because you say to go with big bumps in a pretty face.
I gotta know. Dudes are on social media when they're looking for a heart. They just view bums, pretty face.
But when they're pretty, bro. You can't argue with that. And whether you're gonna follow or you're gonna like.
But then what's the point? What's the point of life being pretty and having big bums and then just...
No, but that's a topic for another day.
Yeah, that's a topic for another day.
And then
let's not get there.
The other word is teamwork.
Yep. And then teamwork. I feel like teamwork. How can I say about teamwork? Like teamwork, it's really important because as one you can't really function because there's a lot of things that are happening and are like, in order for you like to win, like you have to issue out like responsibilities because as you grow, you find that there are certain things in travel buddies like I cannot be hands-on fee. Like I have to focus on other bags.
Sure.
So like that's where teamwork like kicks in. So you just have to value like the people around you and then work as a team and work as a unit and then go forward.
What happens when the team is not working anymore? Because I can't really it's a machine, it's a system. What happens when
I feel like for a lot of teams like to collapse, it's when the team that doesn't have the same vision. But like in life works in a mysterious way. Like we can outgrow each other.
Yeah,
so that's also fine. But then when you find that you just have to find other people like to assist you.
But then how do you then manage, for example, you and your friends, I know you guys are three, you're doing the same travel buddies and it's on a team. What happens when now let's say two people outgrow how do you then maintain the relationship? Like right now, you guys met up because now we push up travel buddies, it's one thing, and then we just want to make sure it becomes the best thing out there. So then now, what happens when one of the person is no more fully efficient, and then now we're gonna start maybe fighting in a way. It might not even be like a physical fight or verbal fight, but you can just feel now, like we're just not doing the same thing anymore. And then how do you then maintain the relationship with your friends?
I feel like we just have to put ourselves like in the most awkward meetings. Like you just have to face what's going on and then sit down and talk and be like, "Fit up when I was if I know I was in a spot, tell us so that we can find another person. Sure. Because one of the topics that a lot of dudes ignore, we try by all means like to face those topics. If you're slacking somewhere, we're gonna tell you on our one feet. More on our floor.
Yeah, no, that's true. And man, it's always nice when seeing that's about making sure putting everybody in check and making sure if we have a product or a service, it's going out the best way possible. Because now I'm always like I'm one of those people that I'll stand from a distance and watch and admire, get inspired. Or when I'm inspired by travel buddies, like you're watching, you guys are doing your thing, only embrace type of thing. Just in an industry where I wouldn't think students would meet up and say, "Hey, you guys, let's do a travel agency," and not like how you guys are doing it. That's why I even told you already. I feel like you guys are not just doing it's not just a company; it's becoming a brand.
Yeah.
So I'm really inspired with that in future, and I hope you guys all the best and yeah, all the best going forward. Otherwise, you can shout out your social media platforms for people to follow you, to check you out, and also to check out other trips that you might be having that might be coming up.
Guys, feel free to follow us on Instagram. Go by travel buddies _00, and then also on social media it's the same, travel buddies _00, and then Twitter it's also the same, and then
You also on Twitter?
yeah, also on Twitter. We everywhere. We everywhere. The thing is, my abilities. I'm good at Instagram. You see Facebook, Twitter.
You're more of a visual person, like doing visuals, and then Twitter's not really.
Twitter. It's not that.
Yeah, it's not famous for
visuals. So that's why I'm lacking there, even on Facebook. So, but then be there or another.
So you get most of your customers on your clients on Instagram.
Yeah, we get more customers on Instagram. I can't keep about that.
Yo, before you go, I want you to give me a ratio. I want you maybe when you go to what's that? And if I have like enough coins, when you go to Mozambique, because I also think you're going to Mozambique soon. I might just pay if I have enough coins. What's the ratio boys to females? What's the ratio? I want to find out we get there and it's a mini-man situation and stuff like that.
I honestly feel like it won't be like a mini-man situation, because one thing about dudes don't like family. So showcase you're gonna get the area, you're gonna get what you're looking for.
Wait, what am I looking for?
I know what you're looking for. So it's a show, it's a showcase. If you pay, everything will be under control. Don't worry about that.
Nah, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate the time, and then hopefully you come for another episode sometime soon. And then we can just chop up the other things that you want to talk about, like your relationship, this and that. And then
Yeah. Maybe on the next episode I might get too deep into those relationship things.
And then I know all the best. Thanks for it.
Sure.